Well, it's cool air in the eastern and central U.S., heat in the west helping to spark fires, and the Atlantic remains active. So we have Tropical Storm Fernand that developed here over the weekend in the Atlantic, but much like Erin is going to stay out to sea, and unlike Erin, not as big of a storm, not creating impacts for the eastern U.S. Just 50-mile-per-hour sustained winds, putting it in that tropical storm category and continuing off to the east-northeast and expected to weaken here as it moves into some North Atlantic waters. But we're also watching disturbance behind that that could be developing here over the next several days or so. But there are the possible paths with those spaghetti plots, all the different forecast models for Fernand, and you can see not doing a whole lot. Now, this is a change from the weekend. This was a system that was having a higher chance of becoming a tropical storm by the National Hurricane Center. Now they put it at 0 over the next 7 days, but we'll have to watch it. There are several possibilities, and these systems, once they move into some warmer waters of the Caribbean or Gulf, can potentially intensify. So we'll watch that as it makes its slow movement to the west. Cool high pressure, though, sitting over the northern plains here. That is suppressing cloud cover and really making for some cool air. You can see the front all the way to the Gulf now. So all of the central and eastern U.S. pretty much seeing below normal temperatures today, with the biggest anomalies here across Kansas. Temperatures there in the 60s, which is more average for late October than for late August. So while the coolest temperatures are in the north central parts of the country, relative to their averages, it's actually the coldest in portions of Kansas. And that's going to suppress any real severe thunderstorm activity. We're talking just the general risk of garden variety thunder because of all that moisture and heat being pushed back to the south. These are forecast temperature anomalies for the whole week. Everywhere basically east of the Rockies, generally below normal and even well below normal. We've got this upper level trough, unusual chunk of cold air drifting a little further south. Really just statistically kind of a correction on the temperature anomalies, because many of us will see our meteorological summer end above normal, but this will make it a little bit less above normal than what it would have been. But they're seeing lots of heat in the Pacific Northwest, Oregon and Washington, and portions of the Central Valley of California, triple-digit heat. Now you expect that in Arizona, but not so much in Washington and Oregon. At least it's less frequent. So highs today and tomorrow still in the triple digits there, and probably for a chunk of the week here. And that's helping to spark some wildfires in the west too. This is the time of year we see that develop. The Canadian wildfire activity has really suppressed somewhat here thanks to cooler, wetter weather, but you can see air quality and fires popping up here in the northwest, portions of Montana, Idaho, Oregon and Washington. But yeah, we've seen some changes here in the last week or two across southern Canada. They've actually finally seen some rain and some cooler temperatures. Rain is the obvious one, but cooler temperatures also helps to allow those fires to be contained, because it just automatically lowers the relative humidity. So the last 5 days have seen cooler than normal temperatures, not just in the central U.S., but importantly over those areas that have seen a lot of fires in Saskatchewan and Manitoba here so far this summer. And hopefully that trend continues of lower fire activity in Canada, because they've had quite the season.